All right. Not my best week. You had a decent week. I had a pretty rough week. First up, Baltimore at Cincinnati. We all picked Baltimore, including Madden. Cincinnati won. Is that coach gonna get hired again? Like, is Marvin Lewis gonna get another 4 years or?
I don't know. Dalton.
Yeah. And you dropped
came gone for like one game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Next up, Carolina at Atlanta. Madden picked Carolina, and we both picked Atlanta, and we won. So that's one for us.
And Cam Newton is dead after the hit on him. I don't know if you saw.
I did. I very much did. Yeah. Why does that happen to him like every single year? It's fucking weird. Next up, me and Madden went Washington, and you and Reality went Andrew Luck and the Colts, and you win. Fuck me. Next up, we all went Houston, because who would have guessed that the Tennessee Titans would have beaten Houston? But they did.
I'm getting really pissed off with the Titans, I must say.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of teams that piss us off, Tampa Bay beats Philly. Fitzmagic is real. He was wearing Deshaun Jackson stuff, looking pretty dapper, if you ask me. And who would have guessed it? You and Madden, not me. So, fuck. Next up...
He's fighting next month, too.
It's true. Next up, me and you both picked Kansas City to win over Pittsburgh, which they do, and Madden had Pittsburgh in that game. So, yeah. Miami at the Jets. Me and Madden went Miami, and Sam Darnold and the losers are over there, because the Jets are going to suck. I don't know. Next up, LA Chargers at Buffalo. I'm not even going to talk about it. Next up.
The Bills are so bad that Vontae Davis retired at halftime.
Right? Next up, Minnesota at Green Bay. I'd said it was going to be a good game, and it was. It's a great game. Minnesota has stellar field goal kicking, and they tie the Packers. Yeah.
Tie.
Next up, Cleveland at New Orleans. We all picked New Orleans to win, obviously. Next up, Detroit at San Francisco. We all picked San Francisco to win, and they do very convincingly by 1 point. Next up, Madden actually picked Arizona to win against the LA Rams, crazily enough, and obviously the Rams won. We both picked the Rams. And yeah, they're pretty rough. They're better than they did the week before, though.
They scored 6 points. So.
Exactly. They scored 0 that last week. So next up, New England at Jacksonville. You said, quote, Tom Brady 8-0 against the Jags will be 9-0 this week. Incorrect. Is now 8-1. We all picked New England. We are all wrong.
I'm happy that he lost, though.
I mean, me too. We all are, but we all aren't. Next up, Oakland at Denver. Me and Madden went Oakland, and you went Denver, and you were correct.
Kino Magic.
Next up, Saquon versus Zeke. Zeke blows him out. Me and Madden had Zeke. You had Saquon, and you picked Eli. So,
after listening to the Will Kane show today, I really hope the Cowboys lose out.
Yeah, I can feel that. And then, last but not least, we both picked Chicago over Seattle, and Madden actually picked Seattle, and we will see how that goes. All right. First game, Jets at Browns. Madden has Cleveland winning 38-21, picking up their first victory of the season. What do you think? What are you thinking?
I think this is the perfect game for the Browns to get their first win in like 5 years. And it would be a lock if Baker Mayfield was playing, but with Tyrod, it'll be close. But Browns D is going to be too much for Lego Fireman over there.
I think this is the perfect game for the Browns to be up 20-0 at half and lose. So I'm going to go Jets. Next up, New Orleans at Atlanta. Madden has it a close game, 28-21 in favor of New Orleans. This is really tough. Atlanta at home is tough to beat, but I think Drew Brees comes into another dome and shows out. I have to agree with Madden. I think Saints over Falcons.
both of these teams are like literally the most inconsistent teams ever.
Yep.
They're either going to play like they deserve to win the Super Bowl or like they should not be in the NFL.
Get
And
relegated to the CFL.
since the Falcons are at home, I will take the slight Atlanta edge.
Probably the smart pick, but I'm just feeling Drew Brees. Next up, Packers at Redskins. Washington gonna win by 4, says Madden. I say nay nay. Packers win this game.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron versus Alex. Aaron's clearly a better A name, so got Aaron Rodgers on that one. Not the Packers, but Aaron Rodgers.
Apparently, Carson Wentz coming back to the Eagles makes them a god in Madden because they're going to beat Indy 36-10, says Madden.
Oof.
And I've got to agree. I mean, you got to think Carson Wentz coming back, even if he's rusty, he's way better than Nick Foles. And even with Nick Foles, I think they probably beat Indianapolis.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have many receivers, but I'll give Carson Wentz the edge over that god-awful Indy secondary.
I am appalled. Like what I'm looking at right now is maybe the most confusing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Bills at Vikings. Madden has Buffalo winning 40-0.
Oh gosh. Oh.
40-0.
If that happens, I will let you pick a city for me to become a new fan of.
Oh wow. Okay. I mean, clearly, I think we're both going to go Minnesota here because Minnesota at home. You know,
I think the Bills might be another 0-16 team.
Yeah, they're looking pretty rough this year.
And Vontae Davis retired at halftime. So.
Yeah, that's like that's yeah. It's like Jamal Crawford crossing you up like 3 times up the court, or like when that one time Andre Iguodala crossed that one dude up and just like looked at him as he was doing it. That was rough. All right, next up, Oakland at Miami. Madden has Miami winning again, going 3-0. I think I'm gonna agree here. I think Oakland's a fraud. I think Gruden is kind of a bitch. I don't think they win.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's my favorite announcer you're talking about there.
he's no longer announcer. Now he's a fucking shitty coach.
I got the Raiders because the Dolphins should not be 2-0, and the Raiders are capable of like 8-8, so they got to win games like against Miami.
It's true, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Next up, Denver at Baltimore. Madden, crazy games this week. Has Denver winning 33-3.
Oof.
I mean, after what Baltimore put up against Cincinnati, I don't doubt it because Jesus Christ. But I gotta think they're gonna bounce back. I think they're a good team. I don't think Denver quite has I think they're a good team defensively, and their offense is okay, but it needs some more. It needs some more weapons. So I'm gonna say Baltimore edges this game out. I think it's a tough defensive game.
Yeah, Broncos narrowly pulled out the first 2 at home, and I definitely don't see Keenum starting 3-0. So reasons.
Next up, Cincinnati at Carolina. Odd week. Madden knows it. 35-10. Carolina is what they have it at. And I don't think it's going to be by that much, but the Bengals are frauds. There's no way the Bengals are good just because I'm going to kill myself if they are. So, got to go Carolina. Save Ethan's life. Hashtag it.
Yeah, I just looked and I was like, Bengals, Panthers. Oh God, the Bengals are awful. And then I was like, wait a minute. Like,
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is this?
Kind of weird.
But you know, as long as Cam is still alive after that hit he took, I think the Panthers got that one.
Yeah. Next up, the Giants at Texans. Madden has the Giants winning 38-15. Whew. It's tough. I could see the Giants coming in there and winning, but I think I'm gonna take Houston.
I think Deshaun Watson gets a win before Eli does.
Dude, Madden's either going to be like 0-16 this week or 16-0, and we're going to look like some bums. I'm telling you that. Next up, Titans at Jags. No way the Titans win 2 games in a row, especially not against the Jags, who are going to be high off of a Patriots win, which might be their downfall. But I think I'm gonna stick with the Jags, and Madden has the Jags winning as well.
I'll be very upset if I lose the 3rd week in a row on a Titans game.
Which way are you going?
I'm going with the Jaguars. There's no way the Titans.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have a stern talk into Blake Bortles if they do.
Next up, 49ers at Chiefs. seems like I feel like that's going to be a really good game. It could literally be like 100 to 100 or 0 to 0. I don't know. But if Mahomes is looking the way he's looking, I'm going to have to agree with Madden because Madden has him 17-14 victors.
Yeah, I don't want to keep agreeing with you, which is like I kind of want to go 49ers, but I think Garoppolo, like he's been up and down this year, so Mahomes about to break that touchdown record, so it's whatever.
The only thing I'm thinking is like he's got to drop off at some point. I mean, he's not going to be perfect this year, so he's gonna have a little hiccups, but I don't think the 49ers team is ready to take that step and beat a good team like the Chiefs, especially with the superior coaching, I think. So next up, Chargers at Rams, due to be a good game. Madden has the Rams winning by 3, and I think this is one of those games where if you're a Phillip Rivers fan, you know what's coming. You know he's gonna be not so great because they're actually playing a good team this week, and he's not gonna put up 5 touchdowns.
I actually think the Chargers are gonna be like, yo, we wanted LA more. Be the LA Kings, and they're gonna win, dude, like 10-9.
They're gonna play like the LA Kings and lose 140 to like 10. So I'm gonna take the Rams.
Chargers pulling out. The Rams aren't. Jared Goff isn't good enough to win every game.
No, but he's good enough to beat the Rams. I mean the Raiders. Fuck the Chargers. The Chargers is that team I'm looking for? Jesus Christ. Next up, Cowboys at Seattle. This is due to be just the ugliest game you've ever seen in your life. Madden has Seattle winning 20-10. As much as I hate it, I think Dallas pulls one out here.
Well, according to Will Kane, since the Cowboys beat a very, very bad Giants team on Monday night, they are now the prophecy, and they're going 15-1.
I love how they're 2 weeks in, and he has to go 15-1 because they've already lost one.
Beating an awful. He proclaimed that the Cowboys are a top 5 defense because they shut down Eli Manning, checked down himself.
Did you see him? Did you see him try to run at like it was like the 11-yard line, and just fucking ran straight into the Cowboys? I think it was a linebacker.
I did not see that. But
so
that's hilarious.
Instead of sliding, he literally was like 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. Instead of sliding, he just kind of stood there and just got absolutely rocked.
I saw him throw about a half a yard pass to Saquon Barkley 15 times.
Yeah, seems about right.
Anyways, I think that Russell Wilson will prove too much for Dak Prescott.
I mean, Shaquem Griffin and his one arm is not going to be enough to stop the Cowboys. They're just going to run to his left side. Next up, Bears at Cardinals. Madden has the Cardinals getting their first win, 21-14 against the Bears, and I'm actually going to agree with them, weirdly enough. I think the Cardinals actually pull themselves together and get a win. I don't think they're going to win many, but I think they're going to win this one.
Well, this is going to be my lock of the week here because I actually think that the Bears are too good to be like they'll get at least 4 wins, which they're going to have to win a game like this against probably the second worst team in the league. If Cardinals and Bills play each other this year, wow, that'll be the game. I got the Bears.
All right. I that's a sensible pick, but I'm just kind of I have that feeling, like that feeling that you make a bet on and you just lose your house. Okay, next up, Patriots at Lions. New England is going to win 41-35, says Madden, and I have to agree. There's no way the Lions beat the Pats. Old defensive coordinator versus his old team. I just don't think they've showed enough this season to beat an actual good team. So I'm going to go Pats.
Well, at first, Patriots-Lions might sound like a pretty awful game considering how the Lions started the season. But I could see how it could turn into a good game.
Josh Gordon's going to get 2 touchdowns.
Winning with high hopes. They can't be winless. And the Patriots always end up 14-2. And they always start the season 2-2 for some reason. So, I'm going to probably regretfully pick the Lions to win this game.
Yeah. Well,
shocking the world.
I'm good. I'm glad that someone has the confidence that I should have. Shout out to Coach Patricia in the background, walking around on his phone and stuff this whole time.
Pencil in his ear and drinking out of cups.
Next up, my lock of the week. Tell you mama, tell you daddy, the Buccaneers will not win 3 games in a row. Steelers over Bucks. Madden knows it. I know it. You don't know it, but you're gonna know it. Steelers are gonna win this game.
I really, 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 really want the Bucks to win this game. But I can't say if the Steelers were 1-1 right now, I'd pick them to lose. But they can't be winless in the first 3 games. Or can they? I don't know.
When they have the Browns and the Buccaneers in the first 3 games, if they go 0-3, I'm gonna have to like stop being an NFL fan because the Lions aren't doing any better.
I think the Steelers are going to win, but I do think it's going to be like a 50-47 game because, Fitzmagic is real, and the Steelers secondary really needs the Steelers D really needs Shazier to like become unparalyzed and help them out a little.
Dude, I would take a paralyzed Shazier over our linebackers at the moment. Like, give us Shaquem Griffin and paralyzed Shazier, and we'll just have the ragtag team of like misfits on our team, and we'll still be better than we are now. Yeah, it's a rough life at the moment. But yeah, Steelers are gonna win this game. Like, it's gonna be scary at first. The Bucks are gonna score it's gonna be like 14-3, and then in the fourth quarter, Antonio Brown's literally just gonna be like, "Fuck you guys," and then just do a bunch of shit and win. Do you see that tweet where someone tweeted at him and said like, "Big Ben made you," and if the Steelers didn't pick you up, and he was just like, "Okay, trade me, bitch."
I would love to see him traded.
I actually would too, because I'm a Steelers fan, and we are just wasting his career at the moment. So, yeah. Hashtag rebuild. Next up, that's the end of the week. Yeah, gotcha, didn't I? You cute little fucking ugly ass face. All right. Quick fire. Quarterback, running back, receiver, and defense for fantasy. Who you got?
I picked first last week, so you go.
Believe it or not, I am going 3 different like player/defense off of the same team.
Is that all the Vikings? So
Yep. Yep. I'm going.
I see. My thing is the Vikings are the type of team that just spreads it to everyone in those type of games. That's why I won't pick them. But I see where you're going.
Oh my god! I'm going Kirk Cousins. I'm going Stephon Diggs, and I'm going Vikings D, because there's just if I'm gonna be wrong here, and it's just gonna be ugly, and I'm gonna be so sad for myself.
Well, I'm gonna lock in with the Vikings D as well. I think that one is
you can't. We can't pick the same one though. So yeah. But my running back of the week is gonna be Saquon Barkley. I think he's gonna have a big comeback week.
My quarterback for the week is going to be Matthew Stafford.
Oh, God. The
Patriots Sunday night, that's when he throws for like 500 yards.
That's true.
He might have 3 picks, but he'll have 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then my running back for the week is going to be Christian McCaffrey.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
My receiver for the week, since you took Diggs.
Give me Thielen. Nelson Aguilar would be kind of a sneaky pick here.
I'm not gonna pick him because you said that. But I'm gonna take. Keelan Cole for the Jaguars.
Jesus
against the Titans. And defense of the week, you have Vikings, so I'm definitely going to lose this fantasy week. My defense for the week is actually going to be the Jaguars. So
solid pick. I think Mariota's due for one of those 5-pick games. My second pick for the defense actually would have been the Steelers, because Fitzmagic is about to end in a Fitz tragic, if you know what I mean.
I'm sorry, I could understand Fitzmagic ending, but against the Steelers is not the team.